Hi guys, today I'll be sharing how to make red velvet marble pound cake. For the ingredients, we need 1.5 cups of cake flour, 3 eggs, 1.5 cups of granulated white sugar, 3/4 cup of butter, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a block or 125 grams of cream cheese, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. To begin, combine the room temperature butter and the room temperature cream cheese. So give this a quick mix using an electric mixer. Then add the 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Then mix again. Add the vegetable oil. Occasionally stop to scrape down the side of the bowl. At this point, you can add the sugar, but I grab the eggs first. So add the eggs one at a time, mixing in each addition. It doesn't really matter whether you add the sugar or the eggs first. So this is the third egg now. And I'm going to add the sugar now. And then mix this until it is well combined. Now sift in the dry ingredients, which is the cake flour, salt, and baking powder. Mix until it is combined, but do not overmix. This is now ready. We're going to divide the batter into 2. So divide the batter equally as best as you can, but it doesn't really need to be perfect. So to make the red velvet pound cake, we're going to need 1 tablespoon of milk, 1 tablespoon of Dutch processed cocoa powder, 1/4 teaspoon of vinegar, and red food coloring. So to begin, combine the vinegar and the milk. Give this a quick mix and then set this aside for at least 5 minutes. Combine the cake batter and the cocoa powder. Give it a quick mix. And once it is well combined, we're going to add the food coloring. You can either use gel food coloring or the normal liquid food coloring. So add the food coloring until you're happy with the color. So there's no specific measurement for this. I don't want to overmix the batter, so I'm using the spatula and the handheld mixer alternately. So I needed a little bit more color, so I'm going to add more gel food coloring. But I know this time this will be okay. To this, I'm going to add the milk mixture. And then use the electric mixer to finish the mixing. This is now ready. I'm going to set this aside while I prepare my band pan. With the band pan, I'm just going to use oil to grease my pan. I'm not gonna use flour because when you bake this with flour, it stains the cake. So make sure that it's heavily greased. We're going to alternately add the white and red cake batter. So add the white, next to this add the red cake batter. So continue doing this until you finish the batter. Give this a light tap to fill in any gaps. And then using a spatula or a skewer, just run it around the cake so it creates a ripple effect or marble effect. Bake this in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 45 to 50 minutes or until when you insert the skewer in the middle of the cake and the skewer comes out clean. And this is what it looks like after baking. It's important to remove the cake from the band pan around 10 minutes after baking, just to make sure that the cake don't stick to the pan. So run a spatula in the middle of the cake and then flip it upside down. And this is what the cake looks like. For the icing, we need 1/4 cup of butter, 1/4 block of cream cheese or 62 grams of cream cheese, 1 tablespoon of milk, 1 cup of icing sugar that is sifted, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So combine the room temperature butter and room temperature cream cheese. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Give this a mix until it is well combined. Occasionally stop to scrape down the side of the bowl. To this, we're going to add the sugar. Now gradually add the milk. I want this icing to drip slowly into the cake. So I want it a little bit loose. But don't add the milk all at once. You have to check the consistency each time you add the milk. And this is the consistency that I am after. So once the cake has cooled down, we're ready to add the icing. So add the icing and just let this drip down the cake. Using a spatula, we're gonna smooth the top of the cake. By the way, you can use any pan that you like. You can use a loaf pan or round pan to make this cake. Optional ingredients is sprinkles. I'm using mini edible heart sprinkles to decorate the top. And this is the finished product. It is so easy to make. And this is really good. I can guarantee that you're not going to regret making this. And just to show you what it looks like inside the cake. Each slice you make is a different pattern. And this is what it looks like inside. This is really soft and moist. And it's really delicious. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!